Hi! I think I'm gonna sneeze. I swear, these stream beginnings are getting better and better as I move along. Oh, my nose, my allergies. Okay. Jesus, welcome to another stream from Atari Yale, Grand Shaman of Atlantis, who's currently in the throes of, yes, Red Rod Line, allergies. Like, I've been taking my antihistaminics every day, but I don't know. I think that whatever it is that I'm allergic to is finding a way to move past that. Also, it's like, on one hand, hi Star Quartz. Hi. Hay fever must have leaked from my algorithm. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Last time that I checked my subscriber count, it was at 700 and funny number. Pollen, most likely, yeah. Yeah, it's just that, man, like, I don't remember if summer started yesterday, or if it starts today, or, like, in 2 days. Like, I don't remember when the solstice actually is, which is kind of dumb. I'm a shaman. I should know that kind of stuff. Let me just check real quick. Okay. Show me when summer starts. Oh, it has already started. Okay, so we are currently in summer, which is my favorite season, and I can't enjoy it because every time I go outside, I get the sneezes. Ugh. I'm used to cold weather, so I'm suffering in this heat. Yeah, no, I know that I am not the most, how can I put this? My experience is not the most common. Most people prefer the cold to the heat. I'm kind of the opposite. Mostly because the cold makes me feel super uncomfortable, and I don't like winter clothing. So yeah. Oh shoot! It started today. Coupled with your sneezing on stream, that is bad luck. Oh no! No, I mean, okay, I already had a bit of bad luck. I've already had a bit of bad luck because I don't know if you saw what I put on the community posts. Here's the thing. When I set out to play this game, play SUPAPLEX, I was like, oh yeah, Steam has it, so I can just showcase a game that actually was a part of my childhood, even though a distant-ish part of my childhood, because me and my brother, we didn't have it. But we had friends who did, and who were 100% addicted to this game, so when we went to their house, they always tried playing it. They also offered for us to try and play it, but I have been historically very bad at video games, so yeah, most of the time I politely declined. The few times that I actually tried, I could barely do anything, so yeah, today is gonna be interesting. But here's the thing, the version that's on Steam is not a port. It's not the SUPAPLEX I remember. It's a remake. So everything is like super round and super high def, and I'm like, oh, but by the time that I noticed, it was too late to backtrack. So yeah, we are apparently not revisiting my childhood. Well, we are revisiting a facsimile of it. Autumn best season for me. No allergies, bugs dying off, and it's neither too hot or cold. I would like autumn better if the temperatures, at least where I live, if they could be autumn temperatures. The thing is, where I live, usually there's like, either it's too hot and then it just becomes cold like 2 days later. Like there's only one or 2 days of transition, and then bleh. Atari needs that pixelated crustiness. Scammed. We want those low polygons. Yeah, I kind of felt scammed. Like, I still tried looking for the original, but again, I didn't have all that much time. So the original is probably out there. It was what was usually called shareware, so it was essentially free. So the original is probably out there somewhere, available to play. I just didn't have time to actually go look for it. I did find its official website, which has some pretty interesting info about the game, and I am actually going to read some of it. Oh. Kiba! Is this the thing that you're gonna start doing like all the time? Like every time that I do a stream, like he's doing that thing of like scratching. He's like just scratching the door. Ugh, okay, go. Go on, you fit. Also, yeah, Nemo, sure. Both of you, okay. So, was it ever sold if it was shareware? I don't think it was ever sold, actually. I don't know how my friends got a hold of it, actually. I never learned that story. I did tell them that I was going to play it. They haven't answered yet. I mean, they are, unlike me, they are adults with proper lives and proper jobs that pay well and stuff. Like one of them even already has a kid. Like one of them already has a little girl. So yeah. I mean, one of them has a little girl, and another one, who is not that one's sibling, has 2 kids, a girl and a boy. And that's when you go like, oh wow. If it was never sold, then isn't the fact that it has a price on Steam kind of a ripoff? Excuse me for a sec. Fuck! Ah! Okay, I'm back. Seriously. Yeah, no, that is so what you're telling me is that I paid for a free game. I also paid for Jazz Rabbit, so yeah, I guess that's the thing that I keep doing. I keep paying for free stuff, and then I wonder why my finances are so bad. Um. Oh, hi, Driel. I was fine. It was fine. I just had to go look up some information for some what would I call them? You know the people that come to me for advice and stuff. Like every full moon, the temple has this thing where there's a list of people, and they come from all over the island to ask me questions, and I either go to the spirit world or I summon their loved ones, depending on what they want to know. So yeah, there was some leftover stuff from the last full moon, which was, I believe, on the 11th. It was on the night from the 10th to the 11th, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I decided. So yeah, we thought that it would be good to do that. I don't usually do that. It was because it was like special cases. I'm sure the money will go to a good cause. I mean, yeah, I hope. No! Why? I know that it's true, but why in this particular instance, new around? Don't feel alone, Atari. I had to pay money for Among Us on Switch, and even then it requires such online membership. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Among Us is a free-to-play game, isn't it? Yeah. Because I felt like it. Okay, fair. Fair. I can roll with that. Okay, so before I go into the game, proper, I just want to read what's on the actual, like, official website from Elmer Productions. No relation to the Elmer that is usually here watching the streams as well. So, you might be asking, what is SUPAPLEX? And the website says... Today we are playing PACMAN on meth. I mean, I don't know, does meth turn you red? Wait, I've seen some scenes, I've seen some screenshots and some clips of Breaking Bad in which Walter White is, like, super red. Is that what meth does to you? Is that... Okay, so is SUPAPLEX PACMAN on meth? Oh, really? No, okay, now I'm wondering if I actually paid for it. Because it might have been free to play and I just didn't notice. I don't know. Okay. So, why are you blue? I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die, ya dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, ya dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die, ya dabba dee dabba die, dabba dee dabba die. I was actually going to suggest my abandonware for the OG version. Wasn't sure if it was going to be on there due to it being on Steam, but now we know it was free to begin with. Correction, it wasn't, but later became free. Okay. Oh no! I'm giving you around European flashbacks. You remember Eiffel 65? Oh man! The kings of Europop, self-professed, probably. Okay, so SUPAPLEX is a game for the PC, DOS, that requires at least 80,286 processor. It can be run on an 8086, but can be too slow then, and a VGA monitor. Apart from this, you will need a brain in good shape to solve the puzzles in the game. If you remember the ancient Boulder Dash game, the same concept in SUPAPLEX, the game concept in SUPAPLEX is quite similar. If you don't know anything about Boulder Dash, the best way to find out is to play the game, but I'll try to explain anyway. The story. I was expressly thinking I hope he doesn't sing that. Okay. Sorry about the pause. But I had to say something. Okay, I'm also gonna ask Elmer, look, you lost me when you said all those big numbers. Oh, it's just programmer lingo, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure that my computer, even though by nowadays standards it's kind of ancient, it can play it. Okay, the story. You are Murphy, a bug hunter inside the PC. Your job is to remove bugs from programs inside the computer. To do this, you must collect vital pieces of information called infotrons. If you have enough, you can fix it and continue to the next bug. The game is divided into 111 levels, starting easy and getting gradually more complicated and harder to solve. Every level features one or more puzzles, which may require a good deal of thinking and trying to find the right solution. A level is made up of 60 times 24 tiles, squares. Every tile can contain an object, which can be Murphy, an enemy, called Snicksnacks and Electrons, rocks, called Zonks, diamonds, called Infotrons, exploding diskettes, and other objects. I like that they call them diskettes and not floppy disks. Like, it's the new way of saying it. Actually, when was this website? Like, it doesn't say what year the. Yeah, pretty much. Also, hi Quiveron. Sorry I didn't say anything. Like I was like, oh hey, it's Quiveron. He was here already, right? Then my brain while I was reading was like, no, 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 no. You have to say hi to him. Okay. Diskettes sound like feminine floppy disks. They kind of do. Yeah. While there is only one goal to finish the level properly, collect enough infotrons and get to the exit, there are usually several ways to complete that goal, and unfortunately also several ways to die. If you die, you have to restart the level from the beginning, but all previously completed levels will be safe. Phew! You can die from... It's actually written there. Phew. You can die from making contact with your enemies, Snicksnacks and Electrons, from an explosion if you are too close to an exploding object, or by committing sewer slide when you are stuck. Okay, so that is what the official website says that SUPAPLEX is. I feel like Atari would have a blast with Goat Simulator. Oh right, that's a thing that exists. I don't know why, but like Goat Simulator and the Goose Game kind of occupy the same space in my brain, even though I know that they are very different. Untitled Goose Game. Commit Sudoku, yes. Yes, I like that. I like that expression better. Thank you, New Around. Hi Zen, femboy cheese curds. What? Oh yeah. Okay. I did have cream cheese Cheetos for an afternoon snack. So now my mouth does taste like cheese to an annoying degree. What is a grouse? I think that a grouse is another way of saying pheasant. I'm not sure. When you Kermit super slap. Hello Tulu, hello Film Rod. Groose sounds like Groose and Grouse. Yeah. Not gonna lie, seeing the thumbnail for this stream, I immediately thought it was one of those bootleg PACMAN ripoffs sold on PC, like 3D Maze Man and Pac Guy. Yeah. I mean, for the thumbnail, like one of the things that I went out of my way to do for the thumbnail, because I didn't have to do this. I could have just, you know, used the picture as was and just insert myself. But no, I actually took the time to make it look more like the original's title screen. Like the actual original SUPAPLEX's title screen. Hence why, like, I changed the colors. Like, the blues are a little bit more purple. The green is a little bit more teal. Like, I actually color corrected it. I actually color corrected it to look like that, and erased some parts and superimposed some others. Like, I edited the picture, and then I opened the game, and I'm like, oh. Oh no. I really hope you've heard of Pac Guy. It's an absolute trip. No, I haven't, but I have to add that to my list. So yeah, I accidentally copy and pasted. That's right. Groose is the bully from Zelda Skyward Sword. Oh! Groose Simulator then, huh? Hi Danielle Sue, welcome. Okay. The pack is back! Oh man. Your Honor, my client couldn't have possibly committed the crime. PACMAN rules. That's from one of Salty DK Dan's videos. It's 100% worth a watch. Like, I'll have to get back. I'll have to see what Pac Guy is. Maybe I already know. Maybe my brother already showed it to me, and I just didn't register. But why does the ball have teeth and toes? Because he's not a ball. He's Murphy. He's Murphy. He's an interactive antivirus. Really cool though that he formatted the key art for the thumbnail. It makes things more classy. Yeah. Wait, what? Really? Pac-Man is not real. It's fake. Like me. Oh, dude, you're not fake. You're not fake, Starcourts. Yeah, no, that's who Murphy is. Yeah. Murphy is this Pac guy, not the other Pac guy that I don't know as well. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm still gonna have to recheck the controls. No, it's okay. I got it. I understood that. I'm gonna have to check the controls because again, it's been a long time and this is not the original game anyway. So one day I'll probably play the the actual original Superplex. Hello Crimson, welcome. You're just in time. I was just about to switch to the actual game. Me too, Eminem addict. Me too. And with that said, let's get Murphy. Let's just play. Okay. Here we are. So this is the screen that gave me like that made me go like, oh no, I don't see any pixels. Everything is high definition. What is this? This is not my Superplex. I will never accept this. I have to go find a solution, and I didn't. All right, it has music. It has music, but the original I don't remember it having music. It was just silent, and everything that you heard was Murphy going like like as his mouth opened and closed. I mean, awesome, Eminem addict, awesome. I mean, it's not a Superplex shirt, but honestly, I don't know where you would find one. Hello, Ivan Alvarado, welcome. Ivan. I don't know. Tell me how you prefer your name to be pronounced. Okay. Sounds amazing, Star Quartz. I definitely have to check that out. Yeah, no, the music is nice. Okay, let me see the controls. We're gonna be playing on a keyboard. Okay, we're gonna go WASD. The menu is escape. Space? Take it without moving. Press space and move button to drop red disc. Press and hold space for... What? Oh, take it without moving. Press space and move button to drop red disc. Press and hold space for 2 to 3 seconds. Okay. Speed up. Speed down, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, this is weird. I seem to remember a command that is not here, which was basically like Murphy would look in one direction and delete whatever was on his side. Like, it was necessary to solve some puzzles. In the words of the video game nerd, what the hell is the Taxman? What the hell is Taxman? I have no idea what I was talking about. I had too much to drink. Should make Atari play PACMAN clones for a stream. Yeah, no, like this... I mean, this game is not a PACMAN clone, but it is a clone of Boulder Dash. So... I'm doing at least part of that. Hi, Jonathan. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Level 1, warm up. You can zoom in and out the playing field. Very useful. Okay. Mountain Dew pitch black? Whoa. What's up? I mean, yeah, he is looking a bit paralyzed, sleep paralysis demon Z. Like, also, like, can I just say that his smile is, well, it's a little bit unnerving. Like, he's just sitting there like, you're going to play my game. Oh man, GTA 6 before Shadow Generations streams for real. No. Shadow Generations is probably the next stream. Probably. Okay. Let's see. Well, that's a great start. That's a great start. Man, my keyboard is super hot. It looks like there go those teeth. I feel violated. Red Pac-Man scares me. I mean, yeah. Yeah, no, he looks a lot friendlier like this. Like this. At least when he's not showing his teeth. Like, he's okay if he's not showing his teeth. Okay. Let's see. Oh wait. Oh! Really? When the VOD is up, someone please count how long that was. Like, how long until Atari lost the first go? Okay. Okay, so what does space do? Ah, there you go. There you go. Okay, it looks a lot different. It looks a lot different from what I remember, but okay. That's fine. Like, for example, I could use that here. I think I made a boo-boo. I don't remember this Pac-Man game. Yeah, no, that would be... See? Let's try that again. I thought this was a puzzle game. It's just a Pac-Man clone, kinda. No, it is a clone. It is a clone, but of a game called Boulder Dash. Oh boy. Pac-Man. I think I've seen a PS1 Netyaroze game with this kind of gameplay. Probably. Netyaroze was, okay. Okay. Like, again, this is... This is deceptively... deceptively, It's not easy? It's not... Oh! Whoa, okay. It's not easy, but it's definitely, like... Okay, a lot of things can go wrong. I like that they have the Google Chrome fidget spinners. Oh, those are Snick Snacks. Snick Snacks. Oh, awesome! Awesome, M&M addict. Okay. So now I've got all the infotrons on this area. Can I get to this other area? Aha! There you go. Okay. And again, this is only the first level. That's Pac-Man's lost cousin, PACMAN. Yup. Who, much like, I don't know, do you remember characters who were, like, confined to, cyberspace? I don't know, Reboot? Reboot, anyone? Oh, wait, and I think that's it! Okay, the pack isn't fat. Does that mean a red Pikmin? What the... oh, does that mean that red Pikmin are reincarnations of Pac-Man? Yeah. Never watched it, but I know what show you're talking about. Yeah. I just seemed appropriate. Just seemed appropriate. What? The red disc bomb explodes. Hey! Ah, dang it. The Australian gaming show? No. No, it was a Canadian show animated in 3D. I don't remember what year it came out. Thanks. I don't remember what year it came out in. I think it was either 1996. No, it was 1994, I believe. Thanks, guys. I think it was 1994. Or was it 1995? I don't remember if it came out before or after Toy Story. I remember that it was the first TV show that was animated entirely in CG, and with 3D models. Why would you force me to play that, M&M Addict? It's on my list. Ah, there you go, 1994. Aha! Awesome. Then I was correct. Cyber Chase, as in the show that used to play on PBS Kids. I'm almost 100% sure that it is. We also did get Cyber Chase in Atlantigol. By the way, an interesting thing. Reboot was made by a studio that then was named Rainmaker. Later, they made Transformers Beast Wars, Transformers Beast Machines, and after Beast Machines ended, you know what they started doing? The Barbie movies. That is insane to me, and it's actually one of the reasons why one day I want to do a Barbie marathon. Not because it's Barbie, because the Barbie that I liked was very different from the one that's in those movies. But because it's Rainmaker and it's the same guys that made Beast Wars, and I'm like, how did they Beast Wars and Beast Machines, and then they went and did Barbie and the Nutcracker, and then they just kept doing Barbie movies. Only if we finish it with Oppenheimer. Aw, dang it. they also did the Ratchet and Clank movie. Right, and they did a bunch of others which are not as interesting. But yeah. But yeah, that's another reason. That's another reason. Yeah. There was a time where I thought, okay, I'm gonna do like marathons of movies by studio. And Rainmaker was one of the studios that I wanted to do a marathon of. And part of the reason was because, yeah, you have the Barbie movies and then you have Ratchet and Clank. Though if we go just by theatrical releases, the Barbie movies don't count. Just the Ratchet and Clank one. Also scary PACMAN. Yeah. Oh, those nightmarish looking 3D Barbie movies. Some of them are worse than others. Like, I remember that Barbie Rapunzel is not that bad. Oh man, that's a funny thing. Because when those movies started coming out, my cousin was still a kid, but I wasn't. I wasn't a kid anymore. So I wasn't able to like enjoy them on the same level as she did. Especially again because I grew up with Barbie in the early 90s, and well, throughout the 90s mostly. From the early 90s to the late 90s, like yeah, and the kind of Barbies that I liked were not exactly the princessy ones or the ones like I did like the long flowing dresses, but my favorites were the ones that were more down to earth, like rollerblade Barbie or glitter hair Barbie. She looked sporty and stuff. Those were some of my favorites, or those that were, you know, like super specific, like hula hair Barbie, like, or the mermaid Barbies. Like I like those too. Gee, Atari, you liked mermaids? Wow, I would have never guessed. Oh man. Still vouching for a reboot finale movie. Oh yeah. And by the way, yes, reboot was traumatizing. As someone who was a kid when I first watched it, yes, hexadecimal haunted my nightmares. I'm not even kidding. Like, she creeped me out. Like, I liked her because she was like a female villain, but she also scared the heebie-jeebies out of me. Like, bleh. Like some of those faces, I hated them. The most frustrating thing about Reboot is that they had the perfect opportunity to make a fitting tie-in game for the GameCube. GameCube meets GameCube. Oh yeah. Hexadecimal is my favorite Reboot character. A wise choice. Because she was very cool. She was very cool. She was traumatizing, but also very cool. Oh dear, okay, this is a maze, which is why it said, oh yeah, you gotta get out of here. Didn't Reboot have a really bad video game? Probably? Probably? I don't remember. I don't remember actually. Like, okay, if it did have a video game, what console would it have come out in? Probably the PlayStation? Mega Drive? Because if Reboot came out in 1994, then that means that it was pretty close to the PlayStation. Okay, wait, no. The PlayStation 1 came out in I think I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque. Oh, on PS1. Okay. Same studio did Shadow Raiders. I don't know, what studio was it? I heard Reboot had a continuation called The Guardian Code, but it wasn't good. Yeah. You know something else from the 90s that also got a continuation that most people don't even know about? Biker Mice from Mars. Oh, it came out in... Oh, the PlayStation came out in 1995. Okay. No, Crash Bandicoot came out in 1996. I keep thinking that Crash Bandicoot was a launch title for the PlayStation 1. It wasn't. Yeah, no, the show ended on a cliffhanger. Oh, also, sorry, Tulu. We're just talking about reboot over here. You've never heard of Biker Mice from Mars? Yes, the TMNT ripoff. One of many TMNT ripoffs. You know, someone should make a tier list of TMNT ripoffs. Someone should watch at least a bit of each of those shows and then rank them. Like, because yeah, you had Biker Mice from Mars, you had the Cowboys of Moo Mesa, you had even though I think that one's history is a little bit more, you know, deep than just being TMNT knockoff. I think that it was its own thing, actually. You have Street Sharks, you have Extreme Dinosaurs. Especially, I only got into Reboot some years ago, even though I'm no longer a kid. I still was shocked as to how dark it got. Especially with Season 3 and Enzo, if you know, you know. I remember something, I don't remember what actually happens. And that someone is you. Probably, yes. I wonder who could make such a list. It is a mystery. Yeah, no, okay. Okay, wait a second. These kinds of ideas need to be set down immediately. I'll be back in a jiffy. I'm gonna at least close my eyes. Come on. Okay, I am back. I just asked someone else who would be interested in such a list. To do some research on that. I hear background yapping. Yeah, you did. Vin Diesel was on a promotional video for Street Sharks? What? Wow. Really? What video? Oh, it was a smasher. Because of course it was. Because of course it was. Oh, okay. Amazing. Sasuga Soruti DK Dansan. Okay. But yeah, Star Quartz, a list of TMNT ripoffs to make a tier list. finally not a Pokemon one. Yeah, like, Pokemons are animals, dude. Wait, what? Oh, but the myths in Sinnoh said... I don't care what the myths in Sinnoh said! Without surprise, he said pass to most of them. Mm-hmm. Yup. I believe you. Okay, so apparently they're introducing a new thing. Gravity. Let's see. Oh! Okay, so now I remember. This is one of the... This is the level that I could never pass at my, Also, the Joker is a criminal. His word cannot be trusted. Hello, Cooler Scoop. Cooler Scoop? No, Cooler Soup. Sorry, read your name wrong. Is it me or is our boy Pac on crack? No, because this is not, in fact, PACMAN. This is, his antivirus cousin, Murphy. I'm not even joking, that's actually his name. Okay, so... I wonder if this is what I'm supposed to do. Ah! Wait, whoa, wait! The pack is not back. The pack is on crack. Wait, Ken Pontac? As in 2010 Sonic Ken Pontac? What? Also, goodbye, bye, Film Rod. Thank you for being here. And, yeah, well, I'll try, because apparently this is gonna be difficult. Whoa. I mean, yeah, these writer credits, they've been around. They have been around. Like, for example, since we were talking about Rainmaker and Beast Wars and Beast Machines, there's this guy called Marty Eisenberg that seems to show up in a lot of things that I like. He's in Beast Machines, but he was also in the 90s Beetlejuice. I was gonna say anime. Like the Beetlejuice anime. You guys know the Beetlejuice anime, right? You all remember that. Wow. But yeah. And then there were people who worked on like a lot of shows at the same time. Like you have David Wise, J. Michael Straczynski, Fred Wolf, I believe, as well. I remember that there was like this one writer for Darkwing Duck that also did like a bunch of things. But yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure why, what is the third thing that Marty Eisenberg was in that I know that I like? It wasn't Teen Titans. Was it Transformers Animated? It could have been Transformers Animated, I don't know. Didn't David Wise compose for Rareware? Maybe it's a different David Wise. But I distinctly remember, like, credit, you know, writing credits, David Wise. No, Pac-Man, drugs, you're bad. No, Beetlejuice didn't have an anime. I wanted to say cartoon. But my mind was drifting over to anime. So I stopped myself from saying it like in earnest, and then I just mentioned how I was thinking about saying it. I was so busy being absolutely livid about 2020's the 2010s Sonic Rider that I forgot that they wrote out of other things. Yeah. Oh, that explains a lot. Stark Wars. Yeah. Oh yeah, you know who we want to write for Sonic? One of the guys that writes Happy Tree Friends. Yeah, no, that's sure. That's sure to go well. Lilo and Stitch had an anime. Yeah, I tried watching it actually. I tried watching it because I was interested in Okinawa as a setting. I know that a lot of people have very, very strong opinions about the anime. I don't think I share the same, I don't share the same vitriol towards it, but I definitely understand the rage. And yes, Dragon Ball is my favorite cartoon and SpongeBob is my favorite anime. Yeah! Can I... No. So... What am I supposed to do? 'Cause if I do this... Amazing! Yeah, it's just called Stitch, which is not confusing at all. Why? Wait. Oh, do I have to... Oh, no. I think I have to cause an explosion. Not like that. Not like that. I like the old cartoon with all the different experiments Jumba made. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that that's one of the reasons why people hate the anime. It's because it's that feeling like, look, we already have a TV show based on Lilo and Stitch. We don't need this, and we especially don't need a story in which Lilo just gave up Stitch because she was getting too old. Because yeah, that's the story. That's the story behind how Stitch ends up with Hana. I think her name is Hana. Oh, no. Ah! Whoops! You're a pirate! Yes! We got us a map to take us to a hidden box that's all locked up with locks and buried deep away. We'll dig up the box. We know it's filled with precious booty. And then we'll open the locks, and then we'll say hooray! Yar, yar, fiddle-dee-dee. If you wanna sail the sea, you are a pirate. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck! Yeah. Honestly, Stitch the anime is not as surprising as the manga. Stitch in the set. Okay, Pontek is my goat now. He wrote the pirate song. Yeah, I mean... credit where credit is due, huh? I mean, that is... I said a huh, but I wanted to say a right. That sounded a little bit more... silly. That sounded a little bit more silly than I wanted. Okay. Oh yay! I'm stuck. Quickly hides all the stuff I'm seeing. Yep. Watching Bumpin' and I and Happy Tree Friends, he seems great at everything except Sonic. Yeah, no. Also, don't forget that. Don't forget that was not that he wasn't the only one writing. I'm not saying that he doesn't have that he's not, you know, guilty of some stuff. I'm just saying that he wasn't alone. There was the other guy whose first name I don't remember, Graf. But yeah. Yeah. Fun fact, the Pac-Man cartoon in the 80s was the first TV show ever based on a video game. And what a show it was! Okay, I'm sorry, Murphy. Do you want to solve Sudoku? Wait. I thought I could... I thought... How... Like that? No. Show me the controls. What am I missing? To drop red disc, press and hold space. Maybe that's what I have to do? No? I guess I have to start over. Like, I was completely... I still don't know how Stitch got so popular in Japan that he got a freaking manga and an anime. Yeah. I feel what he said about Sega giving massive stipulations on the stories might be true, considering his other output seems very foreign in comparison. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, let's not forget that the 2010s, like, when we say the Pontac and Graf era, on one hand, we are indeed talking about their writing, but we can't forget that there's other factors to be mindful of. Oh no! That is not what I wanted to do. Stitch is an icon wherever he goes. And because of the live action movie, holy crap, I'm gonna tell you, like, at the tea shop, like, we have a huge, like, window. We have a huge, we have a huge basically, you can see a lot of people outside. And holy crap, the amount of Stitch merchandise that I see around that mall, that I've always seen around that mall, ever since I started working there, is insane. Like, absolutely insane. And that was before the live action movie came out. Because, like, when the live action movie came out, yes, of course there's going to be an upsurge in Stitch merchandise. Like, of course. But no, I am talking about, like, way far back, like late last year. Yeah, I know about, I haven't watched the movie. I don't really, the only reason why I would want to watch the movie is to see some Hawaiian landscapes. And I'm pretty sure that the movie doesn't deliver even on that, so nah. Speaking of manga, another Sonic manga is out. Like, which one? Okay, let me try the 3. It said hold space bar for 3 seconds. What are you do? Where is the red floppy disk? Where is the Oh right, I don't have one. That would explain it. Ohana means foster care. Yeah. Ohana means let your relatives go to foster care. That's what your dead parents would want. Similar thing happened to Ralph Bakshi with Cool World. Yeah, Cool World. I think like I haven't watched Cool World yet, but I think that it's like an amazing experiment. There's another one called Sonic and the Blade of Courage. Oh, wait. That Blade of Courage wouldn't happen to be called Caliburn, would it? Oh yeah, Nikki the Hedgehog. I love that is a thing. Lulu abandons Stitch and grows up on her own. Is it me, or does Disney really like doing this with Lilo and Stitch adaptations? Okay. Hear me out. Here's what I think that Disney is trying to do with Stitch. They don't want Lilo to monopolize Stitch. They want everyone to think that, just like Pokemon, Stitch can be their own personal friend. Now, there is a problem with this. With Pokemon, there are many Pokemon, unless we're talking about mythicals or legendaries, and even then, it's kind of iffy. But with Stitch, there's only one. There's only one Stitch. So you can't replicate what Pokemon has with Stitch. That's not gonna stop them from trying, though. At least that's my theory. At least that's the only possible explanation that I can muster. Oh. Okay. Aha! See, I am smart. I guess. Believe it or not, no, this manga has no relation to Black Knight or the Storybook series. Well, not surprising, but also, what? You mean to tell me that they did the same story twice? Whoa! I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, we already have several other experiments. Use those. I think it's because I don't know if anyone else gets this feeling, but I feel like Disney is kind of ashamed of the Lilo and Stitch show. I'm not 100. Of course I'm not sure about this, but that's what it feels like. Even though they keep putting Angel everywhere, but nothing else from the show seems to have survived. Oh, you saw through my clever tricks. You saw through my clever tricks, you game. Okay, replay. In the direct-to-DVD movies and the TV show, the other 725 Stitch experiments get out and they have to catch them. Yeah. So, are all Stitch series tied to Lilo and Stitch, or is it just a few and some of their own thing with Stitch in it? Pretty much, yep. Pretty much. Like the anime, for example, that one doesn't have anything to do... Well, Lilo does show up at one point, and it made people angry. It made people super angry. Also, she didn't look all that different. Like, if people were expecting to see Lilo, like, in an anime style, which is what I wanted, which is what I would like, why didn't you give us anime style Lilo? Why did you have to chicken out? Why did you have to chicken out and just have Lilo look exactly like she does in Lilo and Stitch the series? Like, it makes no sense. Or are you suggesting that people look different not because of like their ethnicity or anything like that? No, they look different depending on where they were drawn. Okay, let's see. Okay, I was using WASD for this, but I think that using the arrow keys is more natural for me. Maybe it's muscle memory. I don't know. Okay, there's something written there with Infotrons. The thing. I think it says think. Really? Aw. I mean, that's okay. That's okay. It's not going to be just one stream of Shadow Generations. I am pretty sure it's going to be multiple. I know that the game is a lot shorter than Sonic Frontiers, but I think that it's going to be like at least 4 streams. I would say. The pack is not back. He is on crack. Okay. Okay, bye, M&M Addict. Bye. Always great to have you. Ohana is a dirty word to Disney. Then why did they name an entire restaurant around it? Why is it that there's an entire restaurant named Ohana? Unless it closed. Did Ohana close? I don't want Ohana to close. I don't want Ohana to close. I want to go there. I want to eat there when I go to Walt Disney World. One day. Probably. Christ Christ Thorndike. Also, yes, there is a Lilo and Stitch restaurant. It's in the Polynesian. It's in the Polynesian resort. In Walt Disney World. Which honestly, I kind of wanted to stay at, but at that point, why not just go to Aulani? Like, that is in actual Hawaii. And I think I'm saying Hawaii wrong. It's Hawaii. I know that there's a correct way to pronounce it. Chris died for our sins. Thorndyke must have seen talking animals as messengers of God. I do remember this part. Look at all the zonks just piling up down there. That would be Noah Thorndyke. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But yeah, no, there's a restaurant called Ohana at the Polynesian Resort in Walt Disney World. Which is unfortunately one of the most expensive hotels in Walt Disney World, because of course it is. And I think that nowadays things are even more expensive in Walt Disney World than when I was looking into them, which was like 5 years ago. So yeah. Which is why I say, okay, at that point, might as well just go to Aulani. Even though it is true that plane tickets to Florida are cheaper than plane tickets to Hawaii, but I don't know. Everyone knows Maria is the Sonic version of Jesus. I mean, yes. I just feel okay. Well, so did you think we were just talking about Chris being a Christ-like figure for the bit? No, it was because of your message. I think I can do this like that. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, it says think. Okay, I'm gonna eat all your thinkies, all your think things. Yum num 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 waka 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 waka. Chris the age when he arrived into Sonic's world, so in theory he must have reincarnated like a Christ. Maria is Mary, as she was the important human Sonic kid to start the trend of human Sonic kids. After Chris and his friends, who was there? Sage? Does he count as human? When Kendrick said Beatrice Night, the people with God was watching, he really meant Christ Thorndyke. Yeah, because it's not the first season Chris Thorndyke. It's the one that pilots a battleship with guns. Ah. There was if there wasn't, who am I forgetting? I'm probably gonna feel really dumb. I'm probably gonna feel really dumb if the answer turns out to be obvious. Okay. Huh? Hey! Oh, okay. Sage is closer to an android than a human, yeah. So I don't think that she counts. Ugh. Exactly. And Sage is Android 22. Why 22? Because the game came out in 2022. Oh, whoa, okay, yup. Oh, thanks, Starport. I mean, the kid in the new manga, Yuta, counts the... Wait. Right, he said that there was a new manga. Right. What does Yuta look like? Does he look boring? No! Yeah, exactly. No, because there was already Android 21 up. Well, dang. Okay. Okay, so those are fairly easy to get. Oh, excuse me. Oh no. I think I was supposed to get that one. And now I can't. Unless there's a way around it. My eyes are doing loops looking at this. And that's where you would... Doesn't the fact that Cell exists mean that Admiral 21 should be named 22? Ah, really? Ugh. Of course they had to make him look boring. Like, nothing against Gon personality-wise. I just think he looks kind of boring. Yeah, like with a protagonist like that, I can totally see it. You would look at it and you would be like, oh, hey, so Sonic is crossing over with this property. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. Wait, how did I do this last time? Not like this. Not like this. Yes, replay, come on. Also, my WASD keys are... Oh, wow, whoa, these are super hot. Okay. Thanks to around. Yeah, I'm looking at this and, oh boy. Oh. Yeah, I am not... This is going to be a trip. Like that Inazuma 11 and Despicable Me crossover. Yeah, I've seen those commercials. Unfortunately, they do still do the thing of it being like, oh yeah, by the way, this is, since this is an American property, we're just gonna draw it as is. And I'm like, why can't you adapt it to your own drawing style? Even though Inazuma 11, or level 5 in general, is not exactly the worst. It's not exactly the worst to do that with, because level 5's designs are pretty out there. Not gonna lie, I thought it was some kind of weird crossover, but nah, it's original, yeah. If this is inside the motherboard, then technically it's whacking a brain inside a brain. Oh dear. Yeah, Inazuma 11 had a Despicable Me crossover. It was very brief, but yeah, it exists. If you go on YouTube and search Inazuma 11 Despicable Me ads, I think that you'll be able to find them. You? Okay. There's one over there. There's one over there. There's the wow. Now let's try to go this way. Let's see if we let's see if we're able to do this properly. With the little anime Gru and Vector are real. Yup. Yup, there you go. Like I said, I probably blew up Oh no! Yes, replay, come on. I feel so lost. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that one of my friends would come in on stream, but here's the thing: they are very normie. They do, like, if they do use like YouTube, it's only as users. They would not understand what I'm attempting to do here. But yeah, like, if one of them came in, then maybe I could have some help. Wait, what? Hey, Buzz, did you meow? Did you meow? In retrospect, Vector announces his weapons and abilities like an anime character, so this crossover is fitting. That is true. that is 100% true. I find Despicable Me to be, like, fascinating, actually. Like, Illumination as a company is fascinating. Like, how do you make your entire movie library so meh, but at the same time so compelling? I don't know. Bro, is this like if Kill la Kill had a BoJack Horseman crossover? What the kind of, yeah. Ah! How the... What is Inazuma 11 even about, bro? It's about Sokka! It's about the dangerous ideology known as Sokka. Soccer, basically. But here's the thing, the world of Inazuma 11 is bonkers. Like 100% bonkers. Like everything. Well, actually no, that's what makes it even weirder. Like, because it's not a world in which soccer is like the only sport that has ever mattered. Like Beyblade, for example. Because Beyblade is pretty much treated as a competitive sport. But it's also treated as like the only sport that matters in its own universe. Now, here's the thing. Inazuma 11 takes place on a reality that is pretty close to our own, and I think I messed up. It's pretty close to our own, except most of the boys look like girls. So you can guess where I got some inspiration. And also everyone has a wacky backstory. Everyone has a wacky backstory. There's stuff like split personalities, cult-like abuse, secret organizations, sacrifices. Yeah, it's a trip, and I love it. The closest thing I can relate to this is that one Spy X Family Code White and Disney's Wish crossover poster. Was it a double feature in Japan? Because if it was, that would explain it. So Blue Lock, so it's Blue Lock but shonen. Yes. Yes. Shonen, including the superpowers. Yeah, I forgot about that part. It's basically soccer with superpowers. Yeah. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I am so scared of making a mistake. But yeah. I mean, in the game, their powers are even. I mean, in the game and the anime as well, because well, it only makes sense. Like their powers are also like elemental. At least some of them are. I'm not sure about all of them. I didn't play the game yet. Maybe one day I'll play it on stream. Oh, actually, I tried playing the demo of the next game that's gonna come out from Inazuma 11. And the thing about it is that when I tried to play it, I was using this little, like, I wasn't using the capture card, I was using, you know, this little dongle, and so, like, my inputs were kind of delayed because I couldn't see what I was doing. Blue Lock Ball Z. Yes, basically that. Actually, it's so weird hearing a Blue Lock compared to Inazuma 11 for one reason. Inazuma 11 came out, like, I think that the first game came out in 2009, if I'm not wrong. Blue Lock is a lot more recent than that. It's a lot more recent than that, so yeah, hearing people go like, oh, it's like Blue Lock, and I'm like, yeah, but it came first. Like, it happens. It happens with a lot of things. Like, for example, I do believe that, for example, Genshin Impact is like, oh, it's like Honkai Impact. Okay, that's what I get for bringing up Genshin Impact, I guess. I'll never talk about Genshin Impact again. I'll play it, but I won't talk about it. Oh, fuck! No, that was not bad luck. That was not bad luck, game. That was not bad luck, Murphy. Stop looking at me with that smug face. That was not bad luck. That was just me being bad at the game. Okay? Okay. Also, I'm just gonna say already, we are not going to... This stream is not going to be, like, too long. I have to get off at 9:30. I have to get off at 9:30 because my brother is going to have a stream after dinner, and we have to have dinner at that time so that he's not late for that stream. Also, he's going to need the Ethernet cable. And without the Ethernet cable, none of us have Wi-Fi. None of us have internet in our rooms. So, yeah. Genshin Mid-Pact. Yes, Genshin Mid-Pack. Genshin Mid-Pack. It's the middle of the package. I think it might be because Blue Lock is more mainstream than Inazuma 11. Yeah, no, Inazuma 11 is kind of in that weird area that it's for kids. But it's also like for older kids, but not old enough kids. Like, for example, it's not for the same audience as something like Kaiketsu Zorori, but it's or Kaito Joker, but it's also not on the same level as, you know, stuff from Shonen Jump, you know? Like, it's closer to, like, Pokemon and Digimon, so, and when it showed up, the anime boom had already passed,
And also, I think that it was never actually localized in the US. At least the anime wasn't. So that I think goes a long way to explain why Inazuma 11 is not all that popular. Like why a lot of people don't even know about it, because how would they? How would they know about it? And yes, Star Quartz, this guy that you see right there, that looks like he could be a Cool Spot's replacement for a mascot for 7-Up, is Murphy. Yup. Inazuma 11, you wanna know the best part? Inazuma 11 is animated by Ulm. You know who Ulm is? Ulm are the guys who do Pokemon. They're the ones who animate Pokemon. There was something else that was animated by Ulm that was, you know, super big, super popular, but I don't remember what it is. Blech. No! No, we were not talking about Rayman. We were talking about this guy. And yeah, sometimes the animation in Inazuma 11 goes crazy. Some other times, not so much. So baffled that that thing has a name. I know, and he's proud of it too. Hello, I'm Murphy. I am going to eat all the Infotrons. Gundam versus Hello Kitty. Wait, versus or cross Hello Kitty? No, that would be super interesting. How is Hello Kitty going to beat Mobile Suit Gundam, the original? Oh, that explains it, yep. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, wait. Ah! Yeah. Okay, now I have to push this out of the way, and now I can do this, and now I can do that. And I can do this, and this, and this, and... Unfortunately, this is not one of those games that you can just turn off your brain. You actually have to think, and I hate that! The only other production I know all I'm doing is Bee and Puppy Cat Lazy in Space. What?! Seriously?! Wow! Wow! I do remember a Hello Kitty and Gundam crossover. I am still baffled about that. Like that is a possible that is a possible sentence. On the other hand, I don't know why I'm surprised. Sanrio has collabed with every company under the sun at this point. Whoa, okay. Do this again. Do this. Blah 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 blah. You know what? What if I tried going in a slightly different direction? Like this direction. Ah! You know what would happen? You know what would happen? I would die. Again. Hello Kitty will defeat Gundam through the power of band recognizability and cutify everything. Yes! Yes, I want to see that done. I want to see... Oh, that was a... By the way, speaking of Hello Kitty and Sanrio characters and stuff, the bug has bitten me. The bug has bitten me. I have started to buy Cinnamon Roll stuff. And some My Melody because, well, because rabbits. My model was stuck for a while. What the heck happened? Ah! Wait, no! I wanted to press the... I remember finding a clip and that cutify thing is the thing that she does. Oh, it's a thing that she actually does. It's an actual weapon. Weaponized cutification. Wow. Hello Kitty's packing, man. Haha, Pac-Man, get it? Because I'm not playing Pac-Man. What's wrong with my... Hi, Potato. That's because this is not Pac-Man, this is Murphy. He's much less well-recognized cousin. Created by, oh, what was the name of the company? Elmer Productions, I believe? Okay. So. We get this one. And now that one is stuck! Alright! Alright, who's a better mobile suit pilot? Charles Aznavour, pilot of the Red Comet, or Kurami, not a pilot but she has a crap ton of merch? Kurami, obviously! Kurami is the best mobile suit pirate in the galaxy. Best mobile suit pirate. Best mobile suit what the heck is wrong with me? How many? 48. $47! Hello Kitty can solo every verse just by making everyone cute? I mean, I hope so. I think that Hello Kitty would be a pretty benevolent leader, don't you think? All hail our cuteness overlord. Oh no! You know when you know that you've made a mistake, but you have no way of stopping. You are already on the way to destruction. All you can do is take your time. Ha ha ha. This type of crossover would be like seeing an Evangelion and McDonald's crossover where the mechs are all McDonald's foods. Can you imagine that? Wait. Oh man, don't even mention McDonald's. Like, I was so sad the last time that I went there. Because, okay, so, there's this typical... what am I gonna make it? I'm gonna make it, There's this typical, Atlantugese sandwich called a bifana. I wouldn't be able to tell you, like, how it's actually made, because I can't cook for... Meh. But the point is, McDonald's usually like adapts itself to the markets in which it inserts itself in. Hence why, for example, Portuguese McDonald's is stuck. But yeah, Portuguese McDonald's has soup. Because in Atlantigal and Portugal, I keep forgetting though. I can just say Atlantis or Portugal because because Atlantis is in Portugal. Atlantis is part of Portugal. What am I talking about? So yeah, because a typical Portuguese meal has 3 courses: soup, main course and dessert. So of course McDonald's decided to incorporate that into its restaurants here. So yeah, and they used to have a thing called the mukbifana, which is a Portuguese sandwich made with I think it's pork. I think it's pork, but I don't remember like which part of the pork, like so yeah, and it's usually eaten with pepper and mustard. And it's cooked a certain way. I don't know how it is cooked. I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. But yeah, and I loved that sandwich the first time that it was out, and now it came back like almost 10 years later. Well, over 10 years later. But here's the problem. They cook the pepper. And when you cook pepper, if you have certain butt problems, it burns. So I can't have it anymore. There truly is a McDonald's everywhere, even in an isolated Bronze Age civilization. I know, right? Okay, I have to replay, even though Murphy was like, he's feeling very snug. he's feeling very snug over there. Just, oh wait, no, he woke up. Okay, forget it. Yeah, McDonald's gonna make everyone happy. Yeah. Hi, PPA. I don't know if I already said hi, but if I didn't, then I'll say it again. It's soup from McDonald's sounds dreadful. It's not. It's nothing special. It's similar to what you would get at a school. You know, at a school lunch, which, according to some people, is bad. I don't think so. I think it's very hard to mess up. Soup. Cooking with Atari stream, let's go! I have thought of that, but I don't know how I would approach the whole thing of, you being able to see my hands. Not because I don't want to show my hands, because I would be wearing gloves, of course, but the problem is the logistics of having a camera or a camera phone, and and I don't have like a stand for the phone or anything like that, so yeah. So if you're eating at a Portuguese McDonald's, when they're needed someplace else, one can legitimately use the excuse of being at soup. Yes. Can you just ask the employees to not cook the peppers? I think that the meat already comes seasoned with the pepper. By the way, it's black pepper, not jalapenos or something like that. So yeah, it's the seasoning, black pepper. Not Atari defending school lunches. My ghost would never. Keep in mind, I am not defending school lunches across the world. I am defending Atlantean/Portuguese school lunches. From what I can tell, they are very different. Like from what I'm able to see, for example, in the US, school lunches are super different than they are here. Like, for example, there's like pizza and there's like basically school lunches in Portugal and Atlantis by extension are always like you always have like, you know, your carbohydrates, your protein, and a salad. Usually that's what you get. I think that in recent years they've expanded to have like, you know, vegetarian options, but I wasn't around to experience those. So yeah. So yeah. When I say that the soup at McDonald's reminds me of school cafeteria soup, I don't mean it as a bad thing. I just mean that it sounds like that it tastes like, you know, a very plain, very simple soup. But it doesn't taste bad. You know? It's just very plain. Doesn't have a lot of salt. But it's good. But it's good. You can tell that it was made with, you know, ingredients. So yeah. You could conceal your face with a mask, or be like Jellybean and conceal it with a face mask and sunglasses. I mean, I don't think that I would be able to do that because, okay, you remember yesterday's stream? Do you think that a person who looks like that could reasonably pass as me in real life? Like, because I tell you, one of her kinda sorta regrets is that, yeah, no, there is no way she can cosplay me. Like, it's impossible. Taco Bell donuts. Yeah. You Atlanteans got it lucky. The best we have over here is stale pizza, some crappy salad, and barely passable chocolate milk. Yeah. Reminds me of Quite. That's what he does. Quite. I remember that name. American school lunches or airline food? Do both suck? Can't say anything about airline food because, again, I've never been on an airplane. But yeah, no. School lunches in Atlantis in Portugal are pretty well done. So when I compare McDonald's soup to cafeteria soup, it's good. The only highlight of my school lunches was the Doritos, and those were a rarity. Oh! There's a reason I almost always brought bagged lunch in school. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I lived close enough to school that I didn't have to eat there. Also, by the way, we are talking about middle school, not like elementary school. When I went to elementary school, like, we didn't even have a cafeteria because it was, you know, because it was one of those small town, small village schools. So yeah. Oh god, that was so long ago. Oh. Yeah. Time is but an illusion, and we are all aging much faster than our minds can comprehend. Sorry about that. I'm starting to see why this game has a save function. Because it's kind of impossible to remember what I've already done or haven't done. Also, kind of impossible to remember where I've already been and where I have not been. Best school food is in college, mostly because they serve alcohol. Oh, man. Oh, I don't remember if they had alcohol when I was in college, actually. Did they? Probably. They most likely had beer. I'm not sure about other about other alcoholic beverages, but beer they almost definitely had it. You have it in you're able to find it in every single restaurant in existence in Portugal. Like in Atlantis, it's a little bit more of a crapshoot, but in Portugal, yeah, definitely. Oh. That infiltron is kinda dense. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Whoa, I don't remember the rest of that song. Boy. Oh, boy.
American school lunches are hot donkey crap. And the worst part, apparently, at one point, school lunches were actually good, according to my parents. I don't know what happened to make them so bad.
Yeah. Especially because, as far as I know, like, for example... Wait a second.
Michelle Obama lunches were a whole meme back in the day. From what I heard, it was its schools cheaping out, though. Yeah. Reality is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Buy gold. Bye!
Also, yes, Tulu, this game is kind of hard. Not because it's hard to control or anything, but it starts taking a toll on your mental faculties. And you're left wondering, is it all worth it? Is it? Okay, let's try going here again. Yeah, just go there. Ah!
All of that just to get blown up at the beginning again. If I remember, my college serves wine, whiskey, cocktails, and beer. Mostly because of the hospitality courses uses them.
Oh! Were there hospitality courses in the university I attended? I don't remember. And the other school, the other higher education place that I went to, it was, I think they're called like technical institutes, and that one didn't have its own grounds at that time. So when I was there, I usually had lunch at the snack bar. They usually had soup, and I usually ate like salty pastry or a sandwich or some pressed some toasted sandwiches, all that.
Are American school lunches the same quality of Springfield Elementary? Probably. There are little prisons over here with better food. Like Springfield Elementary.
Yeah.
Lunch Lady Doris, no!
You were so young! Okay, let's try. Ah! Right, okay, so, if I want to start from this side instead of going to the other side, what is it that I must do? What is it that I must do? The evil that I do. Well, not that. Yeah. Sometimes I really wish that my computer was more powerful so my model could actually capture my mouth movements properly, because it's struggling. It's struggling, the poor thing. American school lunches are free to the students, so it's cheaply bad. Oh. Yeah, that probably... That's probably why Portuguese school lunches are better. You actually have to pay for them. In fact, I have a story. I have a story about school lunches. It's not actually about school lunches. It's actually about banknotes. Okay, so there's this guy who I don't know if I can still consider him my friend because we haven't talked in a long time. But every time that we do, we're pretty chill. He also followed, you know, the sort of the audio-visual path, you know, of like movie making and studying and all of that. So yeah, he's one of the few people that me and my brother could kind of communicate on the same level. In a way, I'm stuck. So yeah, and since his house was pretty far away from the school, he was one of the people who had to have lunch at school. And how it usually worked, this is what Portugal calls like the second cycle, segundo ciclo, which is 5th and 6th grade. In Portugal, our elementary school only goes up to 4th grade, and then you have second cycle, which is first cycle. You have second cycle, which is 5th and 6th. Middle school, the 3rd cycle, etc., etc. We don't have 4th cycle. That's secondary school, but yeah. So this was when we were in 5th grade, and yeah, how it worked is you had to pay for your lunches on Monday. You could get a discount. You could get a discount if you paid for a bunch of lunches on the same day, and then use the same ticket. And then you use the same ticket every time you went to lunch. And this classmate, this friend of mine, so he was talking to he was in the line. He was talking to someone, and there was this school employee that would take your lunch ticket and punch it like on something that was almost literally like a little block of wood with a nail sticking out of it. Like that's how she would punch it, and the tickets would stay there so that they could be counted later. So my friend was talking to someone, and he absent-mindedly handed over a 1,000 escudos banknote. That may sound like a lot, but it's just like the equivalent of 5 euros, so like $6 at most. So yeah, he hands her the note, and since she was like on automatic mode, she just gets the note and punches it like it was a school ticket. And both of them only realized what happened when it was too late. So yeah, it was one of those little funny stories, like. Back in the day, you had to pay for them, like in the 80s and 90s. The day Atari gets a powerful computer is the day we see Atari pause. I pray for the day that Atari pause. Me too. And I don't mean like making the pog face, because that's very easy to do with this model. Like, oof, even if that was the equivalent of a fiver, still oof. Yup. Yup. But it was all good. I think that he fixed it with some tape, and like I think that he still used it still at the school, like at the snack bar. So yeah. Yeah, like bullies in 90s shows would say, give me your lunch money, but no one did that in real life. A real bully would hit you or call you gay, kind of showing my age here. I never got bullied though. Actually, they might use worse words than gay. Yeah, I believe you. Poor note got punched for no reason. Yup. Yeah. Reduce speed enough in order to pass difficult areas of the playing field. I haven't gotten to difficult areas of the playing field. The biggest difficulty is kind of like just taking all of this in and being like, okay, so I go here first, and then I push this, and then I do this, and then I push this again, and then we try to go somewhere over the rainbow. And it stinks. Okay. Okay, that was very smart. That was very smart of you, Atari. Oh yeah, that was yeah. Well, at least I freed the thing. At least I freed the thing. What level? I was just gonna say, imagine if it was something worse than a fiver note. Oh, dude, yeah. No, that... like a 2000 Shkuluj note. Yeah. Or as we called them back in the day, dois contos. I do remember I saw a girl grab another girl and just wailed on her. That was the most bullying I saw. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if I was bullied at school, because I don't know if what I went through could be considered bullying. I mean, there was this one guy. There was this one guy that that tried really hard to get on my nerves and succeeded. And yeah, he did make my school life a bit of a nightmare, and I'm stuck again. I can type, like, I wanna blow these things up, like, ugh, okay, fine. I just keep getting stuck. You know, this music is... Oh, okay, funny. I was just about to comment on the music and it changed. I was gonna say that this music is starting to sound a lot like a funeral march. Oh, no, it still sounds like a funeral march, okay. Hey, let's try to go all the way. The bullying guy probably had a crush on you. Probably. I thought of that. I thought that could be the case. Because those things are super common. See, and this is where having some having a bit of both sides, like a bit female and a bit male, kind of helps you in these situations, because you can tell like how the other side thinks, and you know that these kinds of things don't go over well. You ass. Oh, okay. Okay, so... Just gonna try to get to this side of the map. I mean, I would if I could, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Oh, okay, yeah, no, it was that simple. I only know new fights are happening in my school if it somehow got louder than it already was, and the crowd began to emerge. Well, that's kind of how it was in my school too. Okay, other side of the map, other side of the map. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Other side of the map, other side of the map. I still have 42 to go. And you can't do anything. You can't do anything to stop the zonks or the zoinks. I'm gonna start calling these zoinks. I think that makes more sense than zonks, because when they go boom, you go zoinks. Either what you had was a bully with a crush or a birdie with nothing else to do those days. Yeah. I mean, judging how the guy was, I wouldn't be surprised either way. Ah! Remembering school makes my brain go numsy. And then I can't play SUPAPLEX properly. I was about to call him SUPAPLEX, which, like, I guess it's fair. All right, I've done it again. I've done it again. I got stuck again. Oh yay! Oh lordy! Oh lordy! I love it! I love it! I love it! Like Shaggy does? Yeah! Exactly! Zoink Scoob! What are we doing here? Is this the cyber chase I've been hearing so much about? Roro Reggie, that is not a very good movie! You mean to tell me that we're stuck in a bad movie? Zoinks. Like Zoink Scoob, I became a red PACMAN and started eating through the mainframe. It was totally not Scooby Snacks, I swear. Oh. Okay, let's... Zombie Island was cool. Yeah. Yeah, it was. The only problem I had with it is that zombies was one of the things that I was the most scared of when I was a kid. You know what? You know what? Ironically, helped me get over my fear of zombies. Because my fear of zombies was because there was a part of me that was afraid that they could actually be real. But when I learned more about, like, what actually happens to a body after death, I kind of became more confident, like, okay, yeah, no, there is no way that zombies can actually be a thing. Like, there is no... Sure. Sure. Okay. Actually... Yeah, our time for today is up. Short stream today, I know, but yeah, it's gonna have to be that way. Actually, let me just check the calendar. to see when I... Okay, so the 23rd lands on Monday, so that's probably when I'm gonna when I'm going to do when I'm going to start Shadow Generations. That's a promise. I'll see what I'll do about the rest of the week and on what days I'm able to stream. But yeah. Nah, I'm sorry, Potato. It really has to be this way today. Like, I really can't afford to stay any longer. I'm sorry. My brother needs the Ethernet cable. One more explosion for the road. Okay. Oh, Dillu, come back here! I'm not done saying goodbye! Oh, man. Also, yes, this is the sequel to Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, 100%. The sequel that came out in... Actually, I don't know when this version of the game came out, but the original came out in 1991. Okay. Okay, just one more explosion. Just one more explosion. Because they are inevitable. One more go, one more explosion. And I'm gonna try not to make it on purpose because I could totally just go here and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do an explosion, and then ah! Don't ever say that I didn't deliver. Okay, guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go now. Okay, glad you liked that drill. Glad you liked that. You can't stream any longer because your brother needs the internet? You guys still on dial-up? No, we're on bad Wi-Fi. Which is different, which is slightly different. We're on bad Wi-Fi. You said explosion and your wish got granted. Mm-hmm. It indeed was. This is a weird yet fascinating stream. Thanks. Maybe one day we'll come back to this. I'll also try to see if I can find the original game. It's not going to be too different from this. It's just, the vibes are going to be more nostalgic and less, oh, I'm just playing this novelty game. So yeah, how does one get good Wi-Fi? I have no idea. I think it might be the material from which this building is constructed. Like, I don't understand why is it so hard for the Wi-Fi signal to reach our rooms. Like, I mean, we could have two Ethernet cables, but we don't. Especially since I still don't know if I'm going to still be on the other house or not. That's a story for another day. Okay. The original game is free on My Abandonware. Okay. Thank you, Star Quartz. Okay. Time for the send off. So yeah, whether you're watching this live or the VOD or are a lurker, know that you're present, or are a member that just happened to not be able to show up. Know that your presence is always appreciated, and see you soon, or as they say in Atlantis, Ekabe! Bye!
there is a button.